Welcome back to another episode.
Last one y nos vamos.
Guadalajara edition, guys.
Guadalajara edition, guys.
Dang.
Today is so special. As you guys can see, it's not. We're not in our usual studio. It's gonna be great. Right now we're in Guadalajara. As you guys can see, we are in my grandma's house. Well, you don't need.
And my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yes, my grandparents' house. May they rest in peace. I think we talked about them.
Sorry, cheers for a little bit because I gotta have one already in Mexico.
No, cheers. I don't have something. Well, just a little fun fact about this house. My grandpa, for the story is that my grandpa, he actually, I don't know if you knew, but my grandpa actually built this house from like dirt up.
Yes.
And that's usually common here, no?
Yeah, that's how they build them. They don't build them like in the States.
Yeah, but it was like my grandpa, and I'm pretty sure like my uncles probably helped. I don't know how big they were, but I'm pretty sure he got some help. But yeah, from the dirt up.
Oh, I guess I get it. It's more like it was built by his own hand.
Yeah, like he didn't get like any contractors. I'm pretty sure he got some albañiles to help him.
Oh, albañiles, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, guys, of course, we're outside, so you guys are going to hear cars honking, people working, as you guys can hear it right now. ¿Qué más? Airplanes, el gas.
Así que también hacen ellos ambiente. Esto es de parte del show aquí.
Yeah, so just a heads up on that, just in case if you guys hear a bunch of noise on the background.
Yeah, just ignore it for a little bit if you can, you know?
But yeah, this is part one of our vacation. Yeah, part one of our vacation. But when this drops, we're going to be pretty much ending our second part of our vacation because we're starting off in Guadalajara, and then we're leaving. Well, by the time it drops, we're already going to be in Cancun.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're excited about that.
We're double trips. Overall, how's been your trip?
I've been loving it. Like, all my alarms are off. First thing I did, as my day was going on Tuesday, well, before we left. Once I clocked in, turn off that alarm. My lunchtime, let's turn that off. So everything was turning off, but yes. When this drops, mañana, it'll be on Friday, so we'll be flying back home. Well, no, ya más tarde, no?
Probably. But let's not talk about that. Let's not get too far from ourselves. But yeah, I mean, everything was good. We got here at, what time we got here in the morning at 5. Man, it was a little rough situation in the morning getting here, and it took us a little longer than expected, but we made it.
We had a little.
Then after that, we went to. Oh, you want to tell them your experience? Do you want to be the situation, how it happened, how it, because in reality, it wasn't really anything that had to do with Volaris or anything like that?
No, hey, knock on wood.
Yeah, Volaris did us okay this time. Yeah,
no, but I nearly passed out again because I don't know what the hell it was. I mean, it could, okay, maybe a little bit, but I don't know what it was. It could have been multiple things. It could have been that I was dehydrated. But let me tell the story. Sorry, I'm already going all the way around. So pretty much once we had landed, you know how they turn off the air, and it starts getting a little bit warm. So I started, and I had my sweater on, so I was like, oh, it feels kind of warm. So I took my sweater off, and I was fine. We got off the plane. We went down so here, I don't know if I think is it only here in the?
No, I think we done it
in the US.
Yeah, we did it in LA. Okay, remember?
So el avión, the airplane landed on the pista. And we had to, get off the airplane and then get a bus to transport us to the
terminal,
to our terminal. And once we were on the bus, like I was fine right there, but then once we were on the bus, for some odd reason, I just started feeling weird. Like I started feeling clammy, like that cold. Like I started feeling clammy. I started feeling weak. I started getting. I'm tapping on this. Oops. Boom, 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 boom. I started getting palpitations, and next thing I told Junior, Lorenzo
Lenchito, Junior, de todo.
I told Lenchito that I was starting to feel sick. I was like, I don't feel good. And I felt like, and then I started feeling nauseous. I wanted to throw up. And I was just like, okay, I need to get off this bus like ASAP. Y pa' acabarla, like we were already moving. I was like, okay, we're moving. We're at least moving. And then right there, ya me empecé a aguantar. Like I started getting weaker and weaker. And next thing you know, like I'm already, I think I guess I did pass out, huh?
So my
out for a little bit.
On my chest, like, you know, a movie all dramatic.
And he was
and everybody around, you didn't see, but everybody around was just staring and stuff.
They were. I know they were staring.
Okay. And I was just trying to calm you down, like, relax. It's okay. Don't overthink, because she does get these. She gets anxiety when she starts feeling hot. So I was like, just relax, we're moving. And the other problem is that we weren't moving. So that was making it worse, because it wasn't moving. So you were like, when am I going to get out? When am I going to get off? And I was like, just calm down. But I mean, you toughed it out, even though maybe you probably like, this fool's freaking, he's a jerk.
No.
But I mean, I did what I could at the moment.
Yeah.
And people actually weren't too rude either. Like, they weren't like, oh, are you okay? Or, you know, just
nobody
didn't
asked. Did anybody ask?
No, they just didn't extend it more than what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Because they're like, okay, she got it. I think as long as I wasn't on the floor, people were like...
I guess, as long as you weren't in the floor.
What if somebody, you know how como todos sacan el teléfono? Well, I mean, let's finish the story y luego decimos. But pretty much, like, I ended up passing out, and yeah, you're right, because ya estaba moviendo el bus, and next thing you know, it just comes at a stop because there was a plane coming in. So we had to wait for them, y se me hizo tan eterno, and it wasn't even that long, huh?
It was taking a little longer than expected. It's because the airplane was moving to a terminal.
Yeah.
They were going to the terminal, so we couldn't move at all.
I know. And then we eventually ended up getting to our terminal, and I was like, I need to get off. Like, I really needed to get off. So immediately as soon as I got off, like, okay, I started feeling a little bit better. I think nomás me faltaba aire porque sentía como que me faltaba aire. So I finally get off, and I'm trying so hard to walk straight, but like I'm walking like I'm freaking drunk.
Yeah, she's basically walking drunk, and I was
just should have recorded it.
And I was just funny. Like, well, the problem was that we had she had her luggage, she had her backpack, I had my luggage,
I had my backpack.
But the problem is, like, I couldn't, you know, go with her because, like, I needed to take her stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, she's like, I gotta get off. I'm like, just wait a little bit. Nope. She has to run down and get off, and then, you know, well, me, I'm stuck with the maletas and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I don't take them out, they're most likely gonna take them back to the airplane.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm looking at her, and she's like walking to the right or walking to the left.
I was trying to. It seriously felt like I mean, like if I was drunk, because like you can't even freaking walk straight. And then, pues ya llegué a las puertas. You know, the doors donde se abre.
Yeah.
And you know when the doors open, the sliding doors open.
Some have fans.
Yeah, some have fans, and immediately as soon as the fan hit me. Oh my gosh, like instant relief. Instant freaking relief. And I don't know, I think I probably would have passed out, you know, completely blacked out if they would have if it would have taken a little bit longer.
So that's kind of what took longer. But you know what really has helped me, and I guess just from I was telling your parents when we went to go eat mariscos, I was telling them that my mom used to have situations where she wouldn't physically get up herself. Sometimes we'll be like, hey mom, I'm just checking up on her, and she wouldn't respond, so we would have to lift her and like move her around, make her like have some reaction at least, and like, you know, lift her up. When she had more cautious, we would lift her, guide her to walk, and give her soda. I don't know. We have this remedy of soda. Soda fixes everything. So we're guessing she had low blood pressure at that situation. So first thing we did, and I think a doctor actually told us like, oh, if this happens, give her a soda. And sometimes we would have to force the soda in. Like we would have to open her jaw and give her some soda.
Did she have her jaw clenched?
Yeah, because again, she doesn't have any conscience. Only thing she would do is like hum. She would be like or like a yes or no.
But she was at least responding.
She was responding. So that's why I don't think I get nervous with you, because I've already experienced the situation. It's like you cannot panic yourself, because if you start panicking, then you know it could just go worse. And I think that's what helped, that people weren't getting not in our business, but weren't like going on there and being like, hey, this or that, you know, because then the situation could have got worse on that point.
I know, with me.
Yeah, but like with you.
Yeah.
Like in the and the bus.
I know, and I was thinking, like, what could it have been? Like, I was thinking of a bunch of things that like, I had mentioned it earlier, right, a few minutes ago, that maybe it could have been because I was dehydrated, because I wasn't really drinking much water, or maybe because it was just hot. Maybe it was just really, it wasn't super hot though.
No.
But, and then también one of my uncles estaba diciendo que a lo mejor fue because of the
air pressure.
The air pressure. And then another thing that I was thinking is because I took the Dramamine before we got on the plane. And then like minutes later, I ended up drinking a little bit of the NyQuil that you had taken so you can fall asleep. So it was either that or, the blood pressure.
Or just lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep también, because we were awake 24 hours. You were awake a little bit longer. I woke up at 6, but it was literally almost 24 hours that we had been awake. So whatever it was. So I'm glad
we made it to your grandma's house.
Apenitas habíamos llegado and something had to happen. But you know what? Thankfully, thank God that nothing else, that it didn't get any worse, because I didn't want to spend my the rest of my vacation in a freaking clinic or hospital or bed rest.
I even tried to get like a wheelchair for her, and it's just
that was a bad thing too, though,
because you couldn't the problem is they had it was gated, not gated, but they had like some sensor type of deal that you have to go like a little tunnel and then you cross to the other side. So I couldn't cross to the other side and get anybody because I wasn't going to be able to cross back. And the problem is that 3 other planes got there at the same time. So people started getting there, and that's what took us longer to get out too. And I was like, all right, you're feeling okay? Because I had to get in line to try at least get some help, or like get in line, because if not, we're gonna be here forever, because there was a lot of people coming in.
And then they did ask me, they did ask you, or does she need medical attention? And we were like, no. But I mean, for me, I don't know if I said no, but that's because I was like, okay, what if they charge us? Like, I didn't know how it goes, but I guess they don't charge. My uncle was telling us that they don't charge you. So maybe I should have gotten some medical attention, para que me revisen la sangre or something, just to be sure.
Like the minimal, like check your blood pressure. Make sure that you probably like a suero they give you or something, just for you to be okay and you don't pass out. And the problem was, like, I was trying to tell her, like, don't get off the bus, because it was like, you're gonna get off and fall and you can hit your head and then we have a concussion and all that. And I was like, no, but she had to do it. But we're here, and that was our first experience here in Guadalajara.
Yes, and I was so paranoid after that. I was like, I didn't want to eat certain things. I was like, what if it was my, I don't know, but whatever. Yes, good thing we're here. We're having a good time. What about you? How are you enjoying your...
Ayer me hicieron manejar a un rancho que venado, quién sabe qué.
Oh my gosh, we're showing you guys. Yes.
And for me, it was cool. It sucks here in Guadalajara. Imagine LA, but I think at least 2 to 3 times, like, more populated, and everything's so close. So even the GPS can't guide you correctly, because it's like a zoom out type of GPS. And then you're looking, and then there's a street light here, and both of them are so together. You're like, okay, am I gonna go to the left or do I stay straight? So it's almost double guessing sometimes.
And over here, I don't know if it's like that everywhere, that you have to exit to the right to go to the left. You know how you como te tienes que ir a un carril?
Not here though.
No,
it's in. It was in Manzanillo. You do have to go all the way to the right to make a left, because the lanes in the middle are basically always going straight. So, but not here. But other than that, the driving experience was cool. But the most funniest moment that we have, well, you want to say about the aguas, like what it is, before I say this story, because it's basically at the end of our trip. But,
like how we got there?
Well, no, at the end of the trip. This is my spiel at the end of the trip. So how was the aguas? Tell them a little about the waters.
It was nice. Where we went, se llama El Rancho del Venado in Acatic. In Acatic, Guadalajara. And it's literally like this little ranchito, y son aguas termales. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. Porque no estaba caliente, no estaba frío el clima, but the pools, they have different pools, they have different temperatures. So one's like lukewarm, and the other one's like really, really hot. Y luego
there's water, like little waterfalls. It's basically the water is falling into the pool from the actual nature. So it's even giving you like a little massage massage at the same time.
Yeah.
And they have little chairs you can sit there. Y ahí nomás te quedas relajado.
I know. It was nice. And we were wondering, we actually got a chance to talk. We didn't ask, but I think it was maybe one of the owners.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, and I can't remember her name, pero I was just like, man, ¿qué tal si tienen un calentón ahí? Nomás está calentando el agua y está cayendo, and they're saying that it's like, thermal water or whatever. But I guess it's a volcanic area. So it's like a really old volcano. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's basically the water, like, it's the veins of the old volcano. Like, that's why it heats up. I guess because it passes by an actual volcano vein of the lava. Or the core.
I don't know.
Basically, that's how the water comes up, and that's how it's heated.
I know. When we got out from the one that was kind of like lukewarm, I jumped into the other one, and it felt like if you just put a blanket over yourself. It felt nice. And then I keep hitting the microphone.
But it was about one of those 5-7 feet maybe.
Yeah.
5-7 feet. They do have some smaller ones for the kids. They have another kind of medium one where so they have a lot of sizes. Even I think people for wheelchairs, I think people can go on one of them, right? Like the kids one.
Probably.
And
yeah, but we'll probably get more into detail because we did post a vlog, or it's probably already posted by the time that we drop this, or maybe like the week after. But just keep an eye out for that because there will be a vlog on it, and you guys will be. We talked about like a couple of like the amenities that they have. So
they have snacks and everything there, but you guys will see it on the blog.
Yeah, you'll see in the blog.
One thing for sure is that it literally looks like the Grand Canyon in Arizona.
Like while you're getting there.
Yeah,
you guys will see in the blog. I got some of that.
You go there and then you pay to get in, and then it is basically the rancho and the cabins, and then you start going down, and it's almost like the Grand Canyon view. And then that's where I was saying that's my funny exit little moment, because we were driving back, right, and I was telling him like, let's try to leave early for we can see sun at least, because
once it was dark,
it was at least 5 miles going down and going back up. So this time we were gonna go uphill, and I was like, let's try to leave early. So we did, and the problem is that we have a 2-wheel drive big old van with us going up this hill, and I was like, well, okay, let's go. And I was trying to be not rough to the van, so I was taking my time and trying to do the best I could. But in one of them, I don't know why, I think because it was more like a turn, and it was
a pretty steep turn
at the same time. So I slowed down too much, and it started like going
back. Se estaba haciendo para atrás.
No, the problem is that it started sliding. It was sliding to the left.
Oh, dang.
So that's why I stopped, because it couldn't get grip. So that's why I stopped. And when I stopped, we started going backwards. And again, at first, if we were already going and it was already losing traction, it was like I was gonna keep on going. Like it was no purpose. So when I did that, and we started going backwards, but I was paying attention where we were going. But it was more of like I was just trying to make it not too steep for the van to be able to get vuelo again.
Yeah.
And her mom was like,
my mom.
Seatbelt flying everywhere, and I just hear it, and then she's like, "Get me down, get me down."
She's like, "Get me out of the van, get me out of the van."
Yeah, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" Like, she's being serious, first of all, and I'm over here like trying to be, like, gentle to the van and try to figure it out, and she's over here almost trying to pull out of the van, and
she's
I'm like,
and
the other situation is that this van, it's the Honda one, so when you open the sliding door, it's automatic, so it won't open, and that's the good thing. I think that's what saved her, unless it's in park. Because if not, I think I would have ran over your mom's foot or something. And I was like, wow.
It's because like her instinct was like, all right, peace out.
Yeah, because we were basically like in the middle already of the, it was pretty high already.
Yes,
too,
it was pretty steep.
But I was like, what the heck? And then we couldn't stop laughing from there out. And we were like, wow, you literally was gonna jump out.
She really was. She seriously was. She was on fight or flight mode on that moment, but she was like, nope, I'm flying. Let's go. Screw you guys.
Yeah, so I do have a video though. Let's move on. We are going to Cancun, like we mentioned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll definitely be vlogging there. I don't know. Hopefully we can do no. I think we'll be
see
back
if
on
we
time.
vlog. Either way, we're not gonna say we can or could.
Yeah, but if we do,
you guys will see it.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is that I have a video. We are going basically to Mar. And I don't think I've really seen this happening there, but I know they do have like other attractions, right? Like the banana float, and then they have
jet skis,
the parachute,
parasailing.
Where they,
no, not parasailing. Paragliding? No.
Paragliding, maybe.
You're pretty much on the parachute, and you're attached. The string is attached to the rope attached to the boat, and you're just like
seeing the whole view. But this one, I'm not sure. I think it happened in Brazil because they were talking Portuguese.
Yeah.
So somebody was kite surfing.
Kite surfing?
You never seen the kite surfing?
Oh, like they're just surfing and they're just holding on to the thing and they're just on the shore, right? Yeah.
So this guy was literally flying about like 10 buildings up. Literally.
¿Se lo llevó el aire o qué?
Yes, the air took him up. And he's just up there like freaking, somebody was recording him. And you can see him, he's about maybe like, I don't know, almost 10 feet or higher. And then he starts flying all the way up. So I'll show you the vid.
A ver, cuando todo parezca que va mal.
Todo parece mal. And basically, he literally goes up, if you guys can see, and the guy's like, he does put a little thing and says like the time when you don't need to panic. So this is another good reason why you don't need to panic like your mom, and try to get out the van.
No ganas nada. Why did he just drop?
You can't. That's super high.
No, but like once he noticed he started going high. Oh my gosh.
You couldn't.
How scary. Okay, now he's going down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he goes down.
That's scary.
He literally was like super high, and then he got fortune to go ahead and go down onto shore again. But yeah, imagine you doing that.
I would have been freaking out. No, I wouldn't even do that stuff.
But would you jump off then? I mean, that's what you're saying now, so I'm guessing you will jump off, huh?
Ah, shit. I know. Maybe I'd be like, dang, what about this parachute?
You're gonna have your mom
Me lo van a cobrar.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot, what if there's tiburones or something? Oh, no. I don't know. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do what?
I wouldn't do that.
Would you jump off? You didn't answer.
Shoot, I don't know. I would be crying. I'd be freaking out. I would be freaking out.
Hey, well, like it says it says stay calm.
Stay calm. No, I cannot stay calm.
Stay calm in those situations.
I know. Hey, well, I did stay calm when I was about to pass out. Was I?
Boy, you
I
had no other
choice. I was trying to breathe. I was trying to focus on my breathing, but I couldn't focus on my breathing.
Hey,
that's why I think I just panic. And I think, see, I'm like my mom. I panic.
Yep.
I panic. Just like she panicked. She's like, let's go. We gotta go.
Yep. You're just like your mom.
No, estoy acordada de mi mom. She was just like, boom, se quita cinturón. She's still trying to get out. Hilarious.
So yeah, would you do the parachute one where they hold you on the boat though? Well, I did that last time we went.
You did. Okay, so I would have done it, but Rachel said that she got seasick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she got seasick, and I feel like I would.
Because they take us in a jet ski to the boat.
Yeah. Oh, she got dizzy on the jet ski, but not up there.
No, when you're up there, no.
It's because on the jet ski.
The situation on the jet ski and the boat starts rocking back and forth.
You think maybe if she would have been riding the jet ski, she wouldn't have gotten dizzy? Because that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's like you just get motion sickness, like usually when you're a passenger or something like that.
But that's what I'm thinking.
I was the passenger too, so I guess.
What would you do? You would stay calm, huh?
Yeah,
or would you just drop? Let it go and just drop? Because he was pretty deep.
I wouldn't do it. But like in the parachute situation, when I did it, I wasn't freaking out. Maybe because I know it's on a rope. But either way, it's like you're up there. What can you do?
You really can't.
I mean, te puedes dar el madrazo too, being that high.
No, I know you can. And like, what if you go and what if you become unconscious in there and then you drown? Or like, what if they can't even rescue you? He was pretty deep in there. Even though it didn't seem like it, but he was pretty deep in the water.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Would you do what is it, paragliding?
No me llama la atención.
No.
Pero, hey, if anybody does that, be careful.
I can barely stay on a freaking boogie board. Que voy a andar ahí parándome surfeando.
Hey, it's crazy when they do the paddle one too. I don't know how people do that.
Like when they run and they just
the paddle where they're paddling and they're on the surfboard.
Oh, they have to, like where they're standing and they're just...
Yeah, when they're standing.
Yeah.
In California, you see people like deep in there.
Yeah.
And we've seen it that there was dolphins next to them. Remember this last time we went? So, but
I don't know how they do
wouldn't even do that
I would
either.
like to do.
Really?
I would like to do it. But how the heck do you balance your... But I'm pretty sure it's like a different type of board though. It's not your regular surfboard.
Yeah, it's wider and longer.
But I mean, imagínate, nomás que le hayas nomás... But I mean, it's pretty cool. Pero luego, ¿qué tal si te cansas?
Eso dices ahorita que lo haces, pero
no
lo
I would be
haces.
scared.
No lo
I would
haces.
be scared. Especially since the water out there is murky, no se puede ver nada. Well, I mean, si te viene el tiburón, te viene el tiburón y ya.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy.
So Christmas, Lenchito. Christmas is right around the corner.
She's been celebrating Christmas every day, guys. No me ha dejado en paz.
No,
desde que
apenas.
entró December. Just kidding. Apenas entramos a December.
At least this year, I didn't start decorating the beginning of November.
Oh, yeah. That's a rule that I told her. I was like, please do not decorate after Thanksgiving because this trend that's going down, people doing it already after Halloween was crazier.
It's because think about it, like we're on vacation. We usually take vacations in December, so we only get to enjoy it like 3 weeks.
But the problem is that you didn't say that when we were there. That was a good reference to make, but you didn't say that. You see?
But I have been saying that.
No,
you didn't.
You said that when you actually put the stuff up. You were like, oh man, I'm not gonna enjoy it. We're already leaving Tuesday, and you see, you didn't mention it until you put it up.
I know. No, but I mean, it's because like, that's the thing. Like, I want to be able to enjoy it long enough. Like, I want to be able to enjoy it, weeks, not just December 1st to the 25th. It's not like we take all that stuff down. I usually leave the stuff up like, since el día de los después de los tres reyes. De los tres reyes. That's when I take it down.
After la rosca.
Yeah. But, you know what I was thinking? Now that since we are taking like vacations, like almost every single December we go on vacation, right? Like that's kind of like our...
We've been thankful to have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Where were you going? What were you going to?
No, and so let's say like, do you feel like that's maybe like a tradition that we do, like without even knowing?
I guess now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been always choosing December just because we've been, again, fortunate to go to Cancun. And we do go, when we go, it's like the climate's okay.
Like it's perfect.
It's not like, sometimes it does rain, sometimes it's sunny, whatever, but it's not like California that, it's cloudy and then it's freaking cold. So that's where we take the advantage, I guess.
Yeah. No, and what I was saying, like with traditions... I know, there's a spider there. No, because I was just thinking like...
But that is a fun tradition maybe to start putting as a family trait.
I know, if you were to... I know, that's what I'm saying. If you were to start a Christmas tradition, what would it be? Like, did you even have a tradition growing up?
You know when we go to Cancun, well, they decorate, right?
Yeah, they
because
do.
Because it's December.
So
that's why, like, that is a good point. Like, instead of, like, gifts and stuff, and this is something we heard, I don't know if you heard it, that people started saying, like, start making memories than gifts now.
Exactly.
So let's plan the trip let's go out somewhere. Instead of spending money for gifts, let's go out to a trip like a family.
Exactly. Porque think about it, like how much do you actually spend on gifts? I've never looked it up. Like, we didn't grow up with like, here I go with my ums. We didn't grow up with the tradition of giving gifts for Christmas, or pero si nos amanecíamos, Christmas Eve, we would stay up all night, nos dábamos el abrazo, whatever, and that's what it was. But my other people in our family, they do it, but we don't do it. Even right now, we don't do it. But like, would that be your tradition that you would like to start?
I think so. Like a Christmas tradition type of moment, yeah.
Yeah, but what about like when we have kids? ¿Le vas a tener que echar más dinero al cochinito?
still, I think kids will enjoy it as long as you do some activities with them, right? It's like tampoco, these resorts have a little playpen for them or a little section for them, but at the same time, let's make memories. Yeah. And there's places to go to make memories here too, so why not?
Yeah, and think about it. Something that oh my gosh, like it really, I know I'm like jumping probably really, really fast, but so I guess we can agree that that's a good tradition that we would start or continue, I guess. So something, and it seriously like gets me choked up because I think I told you about a TikTok that I saw. There was a mom that just had, I guess she had a 10-month-old, and she also has I think like 7 or 8-year-old, and she posted, que decía in the caption, it said, waking up my son so we can go and make brownies because my 10-month-old has been taking up a lot of my attention, a lot of my time, a lot of attention, which is understandable, right? Yeah. So when you have a tiny kid, they're gonna need all your attention no matter what.
When you have a newborn,
it's gonna take a long time for them to, and then that's when, you know, se va, that maybe that connection that you had with that first child, se va ir separando. You don't think so? Yeah, like you start losing it, y luego se empieza el resentimiento, or maybe, I don't know, you know, there's just all these other ways that it can affect the child on the long run. So what this mom did, well, I already said that she woke up her son to make brownies, and it's so cute. Like they're literally just mixing everything together. Like the kid looks so small, and that's gonna be such a core memory for that kid. That kid is gonna be so happy that like, hey, my mom woke me up in the middle of the night, 10 at night, not in the middle of the night, but at 10 at night to make brownies.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I mean, I don't know if other parents have done it, you know, recently, because obviously with our generation, I don't think it really happened that way. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes it's like, pues ya está dormido ahí, déjalo, you know, instead of being like, okay, let me make a memory with my kid that I haven't spent any quality time with them, and just show them something. And brownies, you know, that's not the same thing. Would you like to have your mom, have you done that? Like do like cooking tradition like that, like baking?
That would be cute too, like another baking. I know there's some people who do like make cookies and then maybe watch a movie. You know me, okay, movies. Me duermo, but you know, it's just like a cute little tradition, maybe to pass on to the kids too.
But would you like your mom to do baking with you?
Yeah.
Would that have been a thing? And it's kind of funny that I just said that because tradition that Corey, my neighbor, my best friend, and when I was a child, his mom used to give us a big old platter of cookies. They would make cookies, so they would give
Corey
us Corey and his mom. They would make a bunch of cookies and then like chocolates and stuff for Christmas. They would give us a big old platter. So that was probably a tradition they had.
Yeah. See, that's super cute. And I'm trying to think what tradition we have, but I think the only tradition that we did have is stay up in the middle of the night, dar el abrazo, and then if there was presents, then we would open presents. But presents weren't too common in our household. But we would always get together with family, and then they would open their presents. I mean, sí se sentía feíto, but
presents sí había, but until the end of Santa, I believe, que no?
Santa?
Porque yo me acuerdo of me too. Like we wouldn't have really presents either.
Once the magic was over,
once the magic was over, it was like,
ya se acabó la tradición to get presents.
But another crazy thing, if we're moving on from our vacation experience or you know that our Christmas tradition, I guess, something that I do want to mention to you. You reminded me when you were talking about the 10-year-old and the 10-month newborn. I don't know why we never thought about this. Well, I didn't, and I guess everybody has experienced this, but I don't think nobody has ever pointed out. Basically, there's a video that I seen. Again, they show a little kid being, you know, como los arrullaban.
Yeah, like cradling him. Like
they say that's they call it newborn syndrome, because ya ves que la mollera, que se le va a caer la mollera, pero no ponemos atención que pues the baby's still not developed, so their brain is still like a jelly. So when you're moving them, you're actually damaging their brain.
So you're not supposed to do this?
No, not until probably they're 1, because they haven't been developed.
While our brains actually don't develop until fully developed.
Not fully developed. Well, like, que están macizos, básicamente. No están, they're not, like, strong enough for all that movement.
And we're over here like, ringa, ringa, ringa.
Yeah.
And the baby's like,
because imagine how many people have situations, like, issues because of that.
No,
but we never thought about it. Did you ever think about it? Like,
no,
do you
because
think
it's so
that you're
common.
damaging their freaking little brain?
Well, no, because they're just like,
Pues sí, con el damage que le estás haciendo tú.
Poor little peanut bread is all jumping around in their little head.
They can bleed too.
The internal bleeding.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many cases have there been though?
That's why they would figure it out that it's been the situations. That's what they're calling it, baby syndrome, because ahí nomás andan. You're literally like giving them concussions.
Con razón, me gusta que me sangolotien.
Pues nada, a ver, let's go get an MRI in your brain, a ver qué tanto damage.
So what did they say? What is it damage?
Did you get internal bleeding?
Oh, damn, that's scary.
Yeah, you could do internal bleeding if it's very bad, basically concussions, because again, what really protects it's basically your inside skull. There's like a little layer.
El huesito.
So at the same time, they don't have that. That's why they have that mollera too, because
that little soft spot on their head?
Because they're still not fully developed.
And you know what I'm thinking? I mean, I don't know too much about the SIDS, pero ya ves que dicen the SIDS, the sudden infant death syndrome, where pretty much los acuestas en la cuna y ya no, and the wake ya se despiertan sin vida. But I don't know, it's loading really slow. The internet's not the best here, but it's pretty much it's una no sé, I don't know if they found anything scientifically, so I'm not an expert. So pretty much the baby nomás ya no amanece con vida. They're you lay them down perfectly fine, and
maybe.
So maybe there's a connection with that.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we never really thought to do MRI in their brain,
and they're doing it now?
And that could have happened.
Yeah, and I assume they've probably done like autopsies, but I don't know how in depth they do it whenever they just pass away, unless if it's like, well, it's common.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
because
like maybe because you know that shaken baby syndrome. Like, how do they know that a baby has been shaken?
Maybe that's what it's called, shaking baby syndrome or newborn syndrome, but it's probably called
like when you go
two
like
things.
This, the shaken baby syndrome. Yeah, that's what they say, because like, how can the doctors determine that the baby was shaken?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they do
a good question.
Little MRI on them.
Maybe they do, but but the shaken baby syndrome, it has to be like something really rough. But the other one is just kind of like this. It's very gentle.
Nah, but you ain't doing that to my kid. I can tell you that.
You're not?
Heck no.
So then how are you going to put them to sleep? Just like rocking, right? Like that's like really gentle, just like...
I don't know.
Like just rocking like
honestly,
this.
no. That's not the way you need to be doing.
So how do you do it?
No. That's the problem. Así es el mamitis de embrazamiento, because you guys like to carry them all the time.
It's not about carrying them, but I mean that's just the way that we were. That's pretty much that's all I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you bring that up, and me acuerdo que una de mis tías, when she had a baby, para que no los embracilara a su baby, she had a bassinet, and she was just cradling the baby like this, rather than feeling.
Arms.
But then what about like that whole bonding though? Like the bonding time.
I'm not saying don't do it once in a while, but don't overdo it. That becomes her habit.
I know, because like imagine just like you want to hold your baby, and those are just like precious moments that you're not going to get back though. You know? That's the hard part. Yeah.
But you're right. It is called shaking baby syndrome, also known as abuse head trauma.
Yeah, that's when it's like really rough though.
But still, how do you know if it's really rough? How can you tell?
How do you know it's rough or
Look
not?
at the situation yesterday. I don't remember if you remember, but we went to go eat the wings, and remember the lady was saying like even to do it.
Not the Heimlich, the CPR.
Yeah, even to do CPR, like they have a little mannequin that has a little pressure sensor that tells you did okay or did too much. So you see, like these things need to be developed for us to know and be cautious about it. But I mean, I don't know if they've done it already with the baby head and how much pressure can you really put. Plus, everybody's different, maybe too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying like how many. I'm saying because there hasn't been anything like that, like in our family.
Eso piensas?
I guess that's what you think.
Piensas?
But no, like I don't think it really affects the kid. Because it's a gentle. Think about it. It's not like you're going, oh my gosh, go to sleep.
En veces yo creo que en veces se pasa.
Cuando están más grandecitos, si te los pones mañana, you're like ding 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 ding.
You gotta remember, like sometimes you don't realize what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can make that a habit yourself, like, así bien gentle, but then, you know, te agarras movimiento y más ritmo, como dices, que te gusta que te quiebren. Pues no, tampoco. As I'm saying, do not make it a habit. Same thing as brasileñamiento, because you never know what can happen.
No, pues me la vas a poner difícil, because I'm going to be like, oh, dang it.
Pues at least you're going to be cautious about it.
And I'm going to have it in the back of my mind. Yes.
But yeah, damn. So yeah, that was mine.
Yeah, like in the bautizos, you know how like in the bautizos there's the imagine like you're taking care of your child para que no le pase nada a su cabecita, you know, you're taking care of your child para que no le pase nada, and the next thing you know, el padre cuando lo está bendiciendo al kid, se cae adentro. Like, have you seen those priests that they just dip the kids inside and it's just like psh, psh. I'm like, God damn, padrecito, cálmese. Yo creo que sí que se está, I don't know, like,
bautizar a mi niño ya cuando tengo 1 año.
I know like the big old kids that they're all laying there and they're still crying. No, qué vergüenza.
Pues sí, para no tener esa situación, que el padrecito me lo...
Ay, padrecito. Or aunque sea that you hold it. Because I know what they do too. Like, I went to one of a baptism, and the padrinos, the parents, y el padre, they're holding the kid. Pero es porque, I think because it was a big kid. But whatever. I don't know. But yeah, imagínate just... Pero I'm just thinking like, ¿qué piensan the priests? Those priests que han hecho eso? That they just dunk the kid inside. Or like, I mean, it's an accident if they drop them, but dunking a freaking kid, that must be a fake priest. Just kidding. Alguien que nomás se vistió, but would bring it to the other one. Did you hear about that? The priest that they were pretending to be priests and deacons. No, diáconos. Mm-hmm. What's a diácono? Diácono is like the president of like all of the priests of his life. Like say in San Bernardino, like the president of all priests in San Bernardino. Mm-hmm. How is that? That's how it is.
I think so. Yeah.
So in Stockton, California, two men were pretending to be priests and deacons, and guess what they were doing?
Cobrando las citas.
So pretty much they were overcharging for bautizos, marriages, primera comunión, you know, all of that stuff. Even funerals. And they were actually giving out certificates. And another thing that they were doing too is that they would do it at people's homes. So like primera comunión, bautizo, all of that stuff, they were doing it at home. And they were overcharging people.
Dang.
And they ended up catching them.
Well, I don't think they were overcharging. It was just estafándolos, basically.
Well, yeah, estafándolos. Imagínate, like, what if you want to get married and next thing you know, it's like, hey, this isn't okay.
I mean, how did they find out? Well, again, it's different. Because obviously, like, you know, your religion, that's what you think about and you get the certificate. But even, I believe, and I think it's true, that no matter what, the most important one is the civil one, right?
El de civil.
So you get married in the church and you sign the civil one too, and then you could get married before or somewhere else. So that's why it really couldn't catch them, because like.
But they did catch them.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's why they were able to do so many.
Yeah.
They were able to do so many because, like, how were they going to know? Maybe.
That's a good question. I didn't see how long they were doing it, but the way that they found out is because somebody called the diocese and they say, hey, is it okay for the priest to be doing this at home? And they were like, no, like, that's not okay. And then I don't know, maybe se fueron a dar like, oh, okay, this person's going to be here at this day. No sé cómo fue that they got caught, but that's just the way that they got caught.
They're
because somebody called the
diocese too.
Yeah, they're registered. But I mean, there's certain things that you can do from home, right?
Yeah.
Like you can get a deacon to do like a blessing for a quinceañera. You can maybe I don't know about marriage. Can they do marriages at home? No, because it has to be at the...
a civil.
De civil, sí. De civil, sí, pero like a marriage at home, I don't think so. Bautizo, no, yeah.
Yeah,
but in the Catholic community, I don't think you can do that stuff at home, like the primera comunión, bautizo, todo eso no se puede en casa porque tiene que ser, frente a Dios. Ya si es la quinceañera, it's just more like a blessing. And what else?
The funeral.
The funeral. Well, funeral, you can.
Yeah, you could do it at home.
You can do it at home, but...
Yeah, you can.
It's not a full mass, is it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a funeral. You're just doing it in a house.
So I wonder why not like the bautizo and the marriage en primera comunión.
O sea, pregúntale a un padre. Comment down below.
¿Para qué le pregunta al padre? I have my mom right there.
Comment down below.
Comment down below. Yeah, guys. Comment down below why you can't do those. But that's pretty much it. But that's crazy. Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that, pues hay scam pa todo.
Yeah. But they went to the religious. Are they going to hell? Or are they going to heaven?
They better repent.
That's the question to ask.
But it's so crazy because the thing is that these... I'm going to say costumes. Yeah, these costumes are available at the freaking Halloween spirit store. So anybody can do that. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not costumes.
No.
Religious.
No, not in the religious side. But there's costumes. There's priest costumes. There's pope costumes. There's all these religious costumes that you can have access to. And nobody, your average Joe that, usually, ya ves como dicen que nomás uno a veces... People that don't really go to church, a veces nomás van a misa for like weddings, bautizos, and all that stuff. So you're not going to know the difference. Even myself, like you're not gonna be able. Maybe you will know. Ya ves que ponen, they put like the sachets. They have the sachets, but they all have like different meanings.
Yeah.
And nobody's really gonna know. Like, oh yeah, no, like this is fake.
I mean, I think it goes back to it. Like, if you involve in church, like, usually what priest is there.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. And maybe these people didn't, or like they was going for a long period of time. Que fulanito did this, and then, hey, well, this priest came to my house and did. So who
Imagine
knows
on
better?
Craigslist, they were. I don't know. Does Craigslist still exist?
Yes, Craigslist.
Like Craigslist, hey, I can do a church. Like, I'll hook it up. But that's what they're saying, that they were overpricing it. Porque, I don't know how much it is, but how much is it for like a wedding? Por decir, like 200? Because I remember for Luby's
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know the prices.
No.
But obviously they do charge a little fee, and they got away with it. Who knows how much money they actually got from people?
I'm pretty. They got a pretty good penny.
And well, good thing they caught it. And again, we'll see if they go to hell or they go to heaven. Pero
that's for Diosito to decide.
That's funny that you said Craigslist. You want to tell them how first date we went in Craigslist? A little fun fact in Craigslist.
On Craigslist?
Yeah.
What?
Craigslist. Hace muchos años, we basically, when Drake wasn't too famous, I seen the post in Craigslist about Drake tickets. And they were like good tickets for a very cheap price. There was good seats, and this guy, he posted them, and I was basically buying one ticket for two. So, it was kind of iffy, but I saw this post at like 10 p.m.
The day before or what?
No, I saw the post at 10 p.m. So I was like, freaking thing. So I had to go all the way to Hemet. So this is another like an hour away from where we stay at. And I was like, shoot, I have to drive all the way over there. And I'm like, what if they're not real? What if they're fake? And what if because back then you would print tickets. I'm like, what if he printed them? So, my first date with here, Miss Margarita was...
First concert, first date.
But I had to tell her, I was like, look, I bought these tickets, but when we go in front of the line, they might be rejected. Are you okay with that? And
look at this honest man. Look at him.
You see that?
Open and honest.
He does look a little for taking that risk.
I know, and we were really close.
Le tocó este chaval, ¿no? But yeah, a little fun fact about Craigslist for you guys.
I know, and when we got there, I don't even think I was really thinking about it. I was just like, well, pues si entramos.
Well, yeah, because I told you.
Yes.
I mean, it would have been way worse if, you know, they would have rejected and you'd be like, what the hell? I think you would have just dumped me there and then. I mean, no una segunda cita para ti.
Like second date update. Why did she ghost me? No, but me, I think I wasn't really thinking about it that much because I had never gone out. Like anywhere that you took me, anywhere that you would take me, like I thought freaking Elephant Bar is kind of like BJ's. I was like, wow, this is so fancy. But alguien que no sabía, because I mean, all I knew was like, I didn't even know what the heck Chick-fil-A was. I would only go, like, all I knew was like small restaurants.
Nomás sabías el McDonald's y el In-N-Out.
Puro McDonald's ni el In-N-Out.
No,
ni el In-N-Out. Yo no
sabía.
sabía. No, In-N-Out, yes. Because I remember they would give us the, like, you know when you would read books? They would give you something. Pero a mí se me hacía grande. So at that moment, I was just like, pues si no, pues ya me llevó a City Walk. We're here at City Walk. We can go walk around. I was just mesmerized. I was like, I like this guy.
So yeah.
Y por eso me quedé, because he took me to the Drake concert.
Pues sí, because, you know, they didn't get rejected. But yeah, I guess we close that one. That was the last one. Nos vamos.
We'll close it up here.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys back in the States. If not, we'll see you in Cancun. And we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, listen to us on
Spotify, Apple Music, and don't forget to follow us on all the platforms, Instagram, TikTok.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we'll see you hasta luego.
Peace.
Peace out.